Alright, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another video, man. Today I'm going to be looking at what happens when you quit watching adult videos. Now, I am a active member of this. I've been trying to quit for a while, but you know, you have those nights. You have those lonely nights. So you kind of just need to get it in. Also, guys, before we get into this video, hit that subscription button, turn on those post notifications, and also give my other videos in this video a like if you like my content. So, yeah, let's go.
2019, Pornhub reported 115 million visits per day. A new survey of people aged 15 to 29 found that 82% of women and 100% of men viewed porn.
Yo, we gotta do better. And I'm talking strictly to the men. 82% of women, and I ain't gonna lie, damn, I didn't know how many females watched, you know. I knew females watch porn, of course, but I ain't know 82% of these females, but you know, I mean, of course it's expected of the guys, but it's like, damn, I ain't know the percentage was that freaking high. Like, bro, can we chill?
On phones, porn consumption has increased rapidly in recent years. It was only in the early 90s that people were just relying on static images in magazines. I mean, embarrassing. A new survey found that 82% of people failed when trying to quit pornography. On day one of quitting pornography, you likely won't notice much. Within the first 24 hours, most men and women had overall good moods and were excited by the task. Trying to not look at porn, maybe they had some extra time to read a book, cook a new meal, stare at a wall. It's on day 2 of quitting porn when physiological symptoms started to appear. You may be asking, how much porn do you have to be watching to have physiological symptoms when trying to quit?
I noticed my symptoms like within the first few hours. I don't know what this dude talking about. I knew like in the first 3 hours, I was like, bruh, fuck this. I need to go to Tiana Trump or something. I don't know what the heck going on. I need to go somewhere. Riley Reid, Paul, I don't know, somewhere. I need to do something.
Most academic studies on the neurophysiology of pornography use involve people who self-identify as having PPU, problematic porn use. This is not directly related to how much you consume, but whether you feel porn is negatively affecting your life. In 2011, 13% of men were viewing porn every day. Now, the number seems to be closer to 39%, but the change in self-diagnosed PPU patients hasn't changed as drastically as you'd think. Right now, studies say around 6% of people admit that they have problematic porn use. Again, this is people self-identifying as having a problem with porn and then seeking out help. Either way, studying people with PPU is currently the only way that we can study how porn affects all of us. On day 2 of quitting is when people with PPU reported increased anxiety, inability to sleep, inability to concentrate, and wanting porn more than 3 times per day. Your brain has neuroplasticity, meaning it physically changes in response to your behavior. The change happens here in the gray matter of your brain, which physically changes due to porn use. An example of how gray matter changes involves juggling. A group of 24 non-jugglers had their brains scanned. They were divided into 2 groups. One group practiced juggling for 3 months, the other didn't. After 3 months, they had their brains scanned again, and the jugglers had significant changes in gray matter associated with processing and storage of complex visual motion. Using fMRI brain scans of 28 men with PPU and 24 men without, it was found that there was a physical change in the ventral striatum of men with PPU. This is the part of the brain linked to wanting and involves dopamine. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter directly linked to our evolution and survival. It has a big impact on our behavior, and if you've been watching ASAP Science for the past 10 years, we talk about it a lot. And it's because it makes us crave the things we need to survive, like food, love, friendship, but also 2 things related to porn, which are novelty and sex.
Bro, I swear my dopamine level is extremely high. I feel like I'm a little bit too on social media, but then when I also try to do some downtime and then try not to watch it, you kind of get the urge. Everyone does it at least once a day, maybe even twice, right? The other people may do it 2, 3, or even more, but I feel like that's a very crazy percentage if you're doing it more than twice a day, okay? You're going a little bit above the bar. That dopamine, bro, it's like when you're trying to go on Instagram, it's something that you crave. When you go on that special clip and you see that ass get clapped, bro, or you seeing that ass jiggle, you're gonna want to go back to that clip a few hours later, right? It's that dopamine, bruh. We gotta get control of that dopamine, bruh.
Surfing porn, keeping a bunch of tabs open, figuring out the right one for you keeps dopamine levels in your brain high for long periods of time. And this can physically change your ventral striatum, and it's the reason why on the second day of quitting porn, you might actually physically struggle. On day 4 to 7 is when most people go back to viewing porn. A big reason for returning was anxiety. One study found that people with PPU exhibited higher traits of anxiety than controls, even though both groups didn't have a diagnosed anxiety disorder. People with problematic porn use were using porn to alleviate their anxiety, but most people said it actually didn't help. Interestingly, a lot of the neurological studies found that people with problematic porn use want porn more, but don't like it any more than control groups. This wanting is because porn affects your reward systems, your dopamine levels, by being a supernormal stimulus. A supernormal stimulus is a term coined by Nicholas Tinbergen. It's something with exaggerated versions of normal stimuli that amplify the qualities that make it more compelling than the real thing. Studies with birds show adding a fake supernormal vividly spotted plaster egg to a nest makes a mother rather sit on it than a real, more paled colored eggs. Or male jewel beetles will rather copulate with a beer bottle cap, as the dimpled bottoms are more intriguing than a real bottle. That's right, beetles are out here banging beer bottle caps. For humans, a supernormal stimulus can be junk food. A soft drink is a lot more compelling than the equal calories of radishes or porn. Enhanced novel sexual situations with easy access can be more compelling than real sex. And it's for this reason that many people cannot last longer than 4 to 7 days without watching porn.
Let me ask you guys this question real quick. Anybody down in the comments? This doesn't tame me because I've never had this effect. Has anyone ever like been having relations? Actually, you know what? It's kind of crazy. It's crazy to even answer this. But if you want to answer this question down in the comments, you guys can. Have you ever been thinking about your girl? Like you thought about like, yo, I'm having sex with this girl, right? But damn, she don't do it like this video does. You know what I'm saying? If you answer, just put a thumbs up if you agree with that. Okay? I'm not gonna say nothing. This doesn't apply to me. It doesn't happen to me. But I don't even expect people to put a thumbs up. I don't know. Do what y'all want. If y'all agree with me, put a thumbs up. If you don't want to say anything, just don't even comment anything.
We found that on day 14 of no porn is when watching porn starts to feel like an intense novel experience again. The effects that porn have on dopamine levels can make it harder to delay rewards in all aspects of your life. And on day 14 is also when the survey found that people could do challenging tasks for longer times and delay gratification better. Essentially, watching porn on your phone is a quick fix. And I noticed when I'm doing it a lot, I do have a harder time like sitting down and reading a book or working on work for long periods of time. So they say it takes 2 weeks to start to feel like you can delay gratification better after watching too much porn on your phone. On day 30 is when you will notice a change in concentration and have clearer thoughts. One study had people abstain from junk food and another group abstained from porn, and found the people who abstained from porn were better at delaying gratification and had less brain fog than those who abstained from junk food. After 3 months, if we go back to the jugglers, is when they noticed gray matter returned to baseline. They asked both groups, the ones that could now juggle and the ones that couldn't, to stop practicing juggling for 3 months. And this is how long it took the gray matter to go back to quote unquote normal. So after 3 months of no porn, you can expect gray matter changes in your brain in relation to the lack of porn use. When it comes to advice for quitting anything, it's really challenging to figure out what works for you. I personally think knowledge is power, and just understanding what I've taught you could maybe help you at least realize the impacts that these things can have on you physically. Some studies suggest mindfulness and meditation to kind of slow down the stimulus that is life. Other studies recommend replacing porn use with other novel experiences, trying a new meal to cook, going and having a drink with a new friend, maybe try masturbating without porn. A lot of these studies are rooted in homophobia and transphobia and queer phobia. It's very weird. These studies seem to start by saying you might have an issue if you're looking at gay porn or lesbian porn or trans porn before even getting into any of the science, which is a red flag for me. I think, why don't you explain the science first before you start to explain what you think is non-normal porn use? I just think it's important that people know this because I think this information is important. Sexual health is important. We need to talk about it. Porn use is insane now because of the internet. We need to talk about it. And it's just sad that it's been co-opted by these misogynist, homophobic, and queerphobic people.
Your ass want to start something, don't you? You want to start something, don't you? All right, you know, I'm gonna just disregard all that. You know what? No, I'm not gonna get into it. It's too early. I'm not gonna get into it.
So according to Google Trends, porn use has increased in the pandemic, especially in countries where there were stay-at-home orders. So yes, I think now more than ever, it's important for us to learn about problematic porn use and go forth in the world as sexually healthy animals. This is an interesting video. Leave comments below about your relationships to porn. I'll be responding to them, maybe being a little bit more truthful in the comments. Make sure you subscribe, ask us any questions you want to see us answer here on ASAP Science, and we'll see you next week for a new science video.
Basically, I want you guys to try and take this challenge. If you guys are an advocate, or not advocate, but if you guys are actively watching adult content and you feel like you have a problem, try this out. Try literally going try going a month without watching anything, okay? Now, I'm not gonna say what my personal journey is, but I'm on this video, I'm gonna try and just not watch anything. I'm not trying to watch nothing regardless of how I feel, when I feel it, when I, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to do anything. I'm going, was it absent? I'm doing a fasting from watching or trying to hook up with any female or, watch any videos or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to try it for a month and I'm going to come back and tell you guys what's up with it. All right? I'm probably posting on my other channel. All right? But that's going to do it for the end of this video, man. If you guys liked it, please subscribe to the channel. Also, give this video a like if you enjoyed it. And I'm going to see you guys in the next one. The boys out. Peace.